Hello, Rishi Sunak is going to face a really big problem because not only does he have to answer questions about when he knew anything about Zahawi, because the questions he's answered so far are not really very convincing, are they? But he's also going to come under increasing pressure to explain whether or not or when he had ever heard any suggestion of impropriety or bullying about Dominic Raab. Now we know the first formal issues were raised on the 16th of November. But they were raised about Raab's behaviour as Justice Secretary, as Foreign Secretary, which is a long time ago. So were there not rumblings, were there not rumours? And at what point did Mr. Sunak hear these? Or does he not care? Is this the point that he glides through his political life without listening to what's going on around him? I don't believe that's the case. So when did he know? When did he hear? Because it's not enough simply to say, I heard when there was a formal complaint. Surely you suspected beforehand. Surely you knew what this man's character was like. So do we think Mr. Raab is going to get away with it? Do you think Mr. Raab has not been a bully? Do you think, for example, Mr. Zahawi has been unfairly treated? There are people who think he has. And there are also people, an increasing number of people, who think that actually the rot starts with Mr. Sunak, who hasn't been interested enough to ask the questions, or if he has asked the questions, he's not acted on the answers he was given. There hasn't been a thorough enough investigation by Sunak when he made the appointments. In the same way, there wasn't a thorough enough investigation by Liz Truss when she made the appointments, or Boris when he made the appointments. This is the problem. There isn't clear and proper scrutiny. And in the end, this trio of prime ministers is going to come a cropper because of that. That's my prediction. This is not simply about Raab being a naughty boy or Zahawi being a naughty boy and both of them being found out. And of course, they may not be known. Raab may be perfectly innocent. Raab may be the victim of a smear campaign by 24 civil servants and more who don't dare to come forward. It may all be rubbish. But the evidence is mounting. And when we look elsewhere, when we look at whistleblowers in other parts of our public service, when we look at whistleblowers in the NHS, and we look at the dictum, deny, delay, what's the other one? I forget what it is. Anyway, these three things. When we look at the way whistleblowers are treated in the NHS, for example, the whole idea is to make it go away, not to listen to these problems. And these problems are serious. If somebody has been bullied, if somebody has been abused, if there's somebody in charge who has overstepped the mark, we need to know. And how can we have somebody at the top of our society who is behaving appallingly?